Hi, everybody. Are we live? Let me know if you can hear me. I know there's a bit of a delay. Happy first day of camp. My goodness. Oh, wow. There's a lot of people here. There's 161 of you here. Okay. Alrighty. I see everyone sharing time zones. Awesome. It's 1 p.m. here. I am in hot, sunny San Jose, California. I should introduce myself since I'm not one of the normal NaNoWriMo staff members. My name's Maddie. I am a former intern at Nano. I worked in the office for about 2 years, and I helped with a whole bunch of stuff. Now I work full-time as a tax accountant because you got to pay the bills somehow. But I'm still very happy to come back, help out with Nano whenever I can, with whatever I can. I still help Nano with donations for Donation Day. And let me tell you, the stuff we have coming up for Donation Day this year, which is in November, so it's coming up. It'll be here fast. It's so cool. You guys are going to love it. So, yeah, hi, everyone. Oh, thanks. Ashley, you like my hair? I like my hair, too. It needs to be more pink. I need to redo it. And I'm like in my room right now, which doesn't get great lighting. So I tried to get the best lighting here. I saw a few people already saying that this is their first write-in. Welcome. This is, I don't even know what number write-in this is, but welcome if it's your first. Welcome if it's like your 78th write-in. Welcome if it's your 5th. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's first day of camp. Oh, yeah. I hope all of your projects are at least started, maybe just with one word or one edit. That's awesome. That's what we're going for. If you have never participated in camp before, I can explain a little bit to you, but I at least hope if you've signed up, you kind of understand it. But if you don't, I'll give you another explanation. Camp Nano is pretty much like Nano, but basically fully customizable. You can set the same word goal for yourself. You can set any goal for yourself. You can set 50,000 words. You can set 50 hours of editing. You can set a poetry, like you can do like 50 poems. That's a lot of poems. Poetry's hard. So you can really do whatever you want. The whole point is to set a goal for yourself and to hit that goal by the end of the month. For me, can't do that's 1,600 words a day is really hard for me to do. Not in November. November, I've got it down. I've been doing Nano for a while. But July, camp, I've actually never succeeded at my camp goal. So this year, it's 300 words a day for me, which amounts to about 10,000 words total. Yeah. What are your guys' goals? I know there's lots of different goals. I see Zara writes 31,000 words is your goal. Batman has over 5,000 words for today. That's awesome. And your goal is writing 100K. Oh my gosh, that's super rad. Look at these giant goals. I love it. Your goal is amazing, whether it's 100 words or 100,000 words. They're all amazing. Is anyone not doing words? Is anyone editing? I know a lot of people edit their like prior year Nano novel. Oh my goodness. Adla B, 40K for the month. Katie Mulvaney, 60K. Ella Guy, 20,000. You guys, these are amazing. Hylia Justice, 85 pages of a book for a musical. That's awesome. That's like our theme for this month. It's like Camp Nano the musical. Which, my segue into the prompts today. Please keep posting your goals. I would love to see them. So the theme for today is actually Hamilton palaces out of paragraphs, because not only is that my favorite quote from Hamilton, but Hamilton's getting released on Friday, which I think a lot of people are excited for. I'm excited. I think Disney Plus is going to break. I don't think we're all going to be able to see it on Friday, but we'll see. Hopefully those engineers are working really hard right now and ready for that influx of people wanting to see a musical that's so hard to see, and now everybody will be able to see it, which is So exciting. But if you haven't seen Hamilton, if you don't like Hamilton, don't worry. All of the prompts today will be widely applicable. I just took a little inspiration from a musical for the prompts today. Yeah. So do you guys think we should get writing? Maybe? Yeah? Okay. So I've already put the prompts in the description box below. I think it's below. So you can look at all of those. We're going to start with 1 and then we'll go to 3. If you want to move on, if you want to move around, you don't have to do all the prompts at the same time as me. But our first prompt today is just mashup. You can use the word mashup any way you want. You can use it with genres. You can use it with characters. You can use it with potatoes, like mashed potatoes, because I love mashed potatoes. And if the word doesn't inspire you, if you're in the middle of writing something else, pick up where you left off. The whole point of this sprint is to get writing. Yeah? Yes, the plaid dress, I do get right to business. I have my script and I'm sticking to it. Alrighty, so for our first prompt, we're gonna go with 5 minutes, just an easy warm up. Like I said, follow the prompt, don't follow the prompt, just follow your heart. That's what matters, right? Yeah. Okay. I will let you guys know because you probably won't be able to hear the alarm because of my headset, but I will let you know. All right, 5 minutes and go. 1 minute warning. And that's time. How did that go for everybody? I didn't follow the prompt because I'm working on developing characters for another story. And I'm trying this thing where I do like character motivations, and that's where I start. And then I have like their character archetype. It's a whole thing. We're gonna see how it works. It's a lot of original characters. I typically write fan fiction, so original characters are very new for me. Okay, let's do these word counts. Again, if this is your first write-in, often we will post how many words we wrote in that last sprint or a line we really liked. So let's see, Joelle Castile wrote 115 words, Little Haru wrote 203, Fire Silver Range wrote 135, Bruce New wrote 140. These are great word counts for 5 minutes. 5 minutes ago, you didn't have those words, and now you have like 100, 200 more. It's very exciting. And even if you wrote one word, I think that's amazing because it's one more word than you wrote. Plus, if you're editing, like you would be making progress even if you actually went down in word count because you're editing. Think about that. Okay, let's see these lines. Zoe Spear. Oh no, I lost it. Oh gosh, it was so good. Here we go. Or maybe she has seen so many people die that it no longer bothers her. Ooh, that sent chills up my spine. Halfrey wrote 99 words. Halfrey, just add one more. It's okay. Then you have 100. Let's see, this is Alicia Connor's line. I walked away from the desk and my eye caught my mirror, the one thing I loathed. I hated seeing my reflection, the one thing that showed who I really was. I like that. That's like opposite of Mulan reflection. I like that. What did I write? Let's see. I wrote character archetypes. Foil to bro. Does bro look up to this person? Adversary. That was all I wrote. I was thinking. Let's see. Demi Kavanaugh. Oh no, it's still moving. Oh no. Okay, there we go. You were supposed to be there for me, she shouted. You were supposed to be right beside me. Oh, that's super intense. Oh wait, Alicia, I just saw you said it's like a retelling of Mulan. Oh my god, I love that. Oh, that's gonna be great. Please, okay. I'm trying to pause the chat long enough to read your stuff. I had to like click and then scroll, but I can do this. Technology. Okay. Anna Gervin did use the prompt because I see it in there. No one believed her though. No one knew this mashup of worlds would ever happen until it did, of course. Guys, everything is great. I love all of this. Nobu Lolly wrote 223 words. No. Catherine Fay wrote Crisp, tailored black slacks so straight they could hold up an entire spread of all the dishes Glenn's family owned and would never fold under the slightest breeze. Oh my God, that's awesome. I can like see those. You could just like see them and they're just like perfect. That's a very excellent description. I enjoy that. Okay, please continue to post how many words you wrote. Please continue to post lines, whether or not you just wrote them. I won't know. But I will also ask you some questions to kind of get our first discussion started. And you can answer with those questions in the chat as well, and I will read some answers to your questions, as also, oh man, words, and also tell you my answers to those questions as well. So what are your goals for this camp? We kind of started with that, but I see there's a lot more people here than there were before. So please go ahead and drop your goals for camp in the chat. What are your goals for just this virtual write-in? We've only got like 43 minutes left. Do you want to write 1,000 words? Do you want to write 2,000 words? Do you want to create a new character? Do you want to iron out a plot hole you have? Drop that in the chat too. For me, I said I am trying to write 10,000 words this July. We will see how that goes. That's roughly 300 words a day, which has kind of been how much I wanted. Like whenever I sit down to write, I try and write 300 words. Doesn't happen that often. I've been stuck like just shy of 17,000 words on a story for like a couple weeks now, and it's so close. It's so close. Goals for this virtual write-in, get through it. I've actually never done one of these completely on my own before. I've done a virtual one with another intern. It was like a Thanksgiving one because like no one was in the office, but I've never done one of these on my own. And it feels a little weird just like talking to myself. And then obviously I see you guys talking to me too, but it's just all text. And I'm trying not to look at my screen. I'm trying to look at the video, but I'm not very successful at it, but I'll try. So very, very simple goals for me for this virtual write-in, but a decent goal for camp. Let's see what you guys are saying. Alex Vassar wants to reach the end of your second book. Is your goal. Awesome. That's a great goal. Hopefully you guys have time this summer to like write. I know for me, it's just like I have this week off of work, but otherwise it's just like go, go, go. It's hard to find time. And let's see. Okay, let me click on this. Let me work this technology. Rainbow Leader Amy says, I'm trying to write a new novel idea from scratch. So 50K. Awesome. I feel it. Yeah. Sometimes when you bring the 50K into July, it definitely feels like it's just like a second November. I feel that. But looks like you had the idea a couple days ago. So that's nice. Just in time for camp. Love that. Let's see. Catherine Connors wants to finish the first draft so you can edit in November. Ooh, so you're turning Nano on its head. I like it. Audrey Poor says, I'm editing 60 chapters of my story Apprentices. For the write-in, just want to start on that. Perfect. Well, I hope you're able to start. Like I said, no one has to follow the prompts. They're just here for a little bit of structure. So we have some stuff to talk about, but you absolutely do not have to follow the prompts. Jade Clark says, screenwriting a spin-off on my trilogy. I wanted to try a different format other than a novel. Ooh, that's fun. I like that. I've tried to do novels in like Instagram and Twitter format. So not really novels, but like multimedia. And that was actually for a English project I had. And I got really into it, so much so that it was supposed to be analytical, and it was just me having fun. It was like a retelling of Hamlet from Ophelia's point of view, and basically the argument I was making was that Gertrude the queen killed Ophelia, which is like an argument you can make if you're like staging a show. But yeah, that was a tangent. But multimedia and other forms of noveling in different formats can be really cool and really eye-opening, and you can do a lot of stuff like visually and metaphorically in other forms of media that you can't quite do in noveling. A Cat Who Reads says, I'm still rewriting my Nano novel from a couple years back. I need another 30K, so I'm hoping to finish that this camp. Awesome. Do it. You're going to do it. Yay. I do have a couple of other questions. How is your day one going? Is this like a normal day one of a Nano thing for you? Does camp feel different to you? I know it feels different to me. I feel a lot less like, oh my God, it's Nano. And more like, oh, it's camp, cool. It's a lot more like chill, which is maybe why I've never finished a camp project, even though they're like less words. Taylor Marie said, oh, yeah, other time zones are already in day two. Well, I hope your day two is going better than your day one, because that's all we can ask for is the next day to go better. Indy Rose says, I just started day one and I'm brand new to camp. Welcome. We're very happy to have you here. Bonnie Shao asks, are we allowed to work on two projects at the same time? Absolutely. It is all up to you what you work on. I think you can track both projects at the same time. The new Nano site allows for that. You may have to include one as like a camp project and then one as like a secondary project. But you can definitely do that. You can like accumulate the words if you're counting words this month and just collect them all together. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Lastly, so my last question for the discussion, what have you found that helps you write the most in one sitting? So like we all sit down to these virtual write-ins and we're like, okay, we're gonna get this done. So do you find that like an app helps you or a website? Or is there like something you tell yourself before or after you start or finish? Or is it just like pure self-determination? I'm just gonna sit down and write and not look at the screen. For me, I think I say this a lot on virtual write-ins, but Dr. Wicked's Write or Die. It's a website that is so helpful. Oh, I see Arisu says the Forest app is great. Absolutely. Forest and Flora are both apps that basically lock your phone. You can use it at any time, but you kill a tree if you lock your phone. And that's not fun. So you can set it for like it's increments of 25 minutes in Flora. I don't have Forest, so I'm not sure what it is in that. See, Word Sprints helps cure allele. Anabalia has an app that blocks everything on your computer except for your dock. Yes, I have something very similar to that as well. I usually used it during finals week. That was when I used that the most. But I should try that for Nano. I feel like that would be quite helpful. I wouldn't get distracted. Or when I did get distracted, I would be like, oh, right, I shouldn't be distracted. Alex Vassar finds that music is really helpful. Yeah, music is definitely great. For me, when I am listening to music, it has to be without words because I like to sing. Like I said, this theme is Hamilton, so I'm a big musical theater person. So I will just start singing if I know the words, and I know the words to all the songs. Katie Bridgeforth, water and headphones. That's a good combo. Don't get dehydrated. Drink some water. This is your daily reminder. Drink water. Okay. So you can continue to answer those questions in the chat. Feel free. But we're going to move on to our next sprint / prompt. If anyone was a part of my virtual write-ins a couple years ago, we had Sprompt. Okay, so this one will be 10 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes. So it is, and again, these are all in the description below. This is prompt 2. Think about a quote that inspires your writing, inspires your characters, or just left an impression on you. Write a scene around that quote. So maybe you just like scribble down the quote above and then follow below. Again, you do not have to follow that prompt. I know for me, this was inspired by the quote from Eliza's song in Hamilton, Burn, where she goes, "You built me palaces out of paragraphs. You built cathedrals." And I just like very viscerally remember where I was when I first heard that and like how I felt. And I just sat there and I was like, okay, remember it, remember it, remember it. Because you just like, it just hits you and you're like, oh my God, I love it. Yeah. So think of a quote that kind of hit you like that, or one that you just like, that makes you happy, or just write. Again, this will be 10 minutes. I will give you a 1-minute warning again. And you ready? You set? Go. 30 seconds. Sorry, I missed that. I was writing. And that's time. Finish up your sentences like I'm doing. And go ahead and post how many words you wrote, a favorite line that you liked, and I will read them as long as I can keep up with the chat. All right. Andy Rose wrote 236. Allie Gagari wrote 435. AJ wrote 275. I'm like looking so close. I have good eyes, I promise. I'm just like leaning into the chat here. Swirls of Blue wrote 589. Try and not cut my lower face off of this video. Mackenzie Knowles wrote 270. Alicia Ringo, 6 pages read. All right. Pistachio Ice Cream wrote 120 words. Also sentences. I will accept those too. They're a little harder to keep up with, but I will read those. Natalie the Nerd wrote 342. Jessica Delara wrote 10 words. Oh yeah, but it was 10 more than you had, so that's awesome. Kate Miller wrote 580 words. Oh, here are the sentences. Okay. I see you guys. AJ wrote, Sunshine hunched her shoulders and looked at the floor. Maybe Purple Lid had a point, but she refused to let the negativity burst her bubble. Because, she choked, it's who I am. Okay, 1, I really like those names. 2, intense. Awesome. Grace Yang wrote, have fun ruling your kingdom from your palace of lies. Oh. Bonnie T, wrote, he never thought it was possible for the second cove to be prettier than the first, but what he gazed upon confirmed that it was definitely possible. Nice. Landy13 wrote 46 words. Perfect. I love it. More than 0. It's great. Okay. Sorry, I'm like reading all our stuff and I should be talking. I can read you one of the things that I wrote that I got distracted from the timer by, so I forgot to tell you guys it was a minute. I'm sorry about that. Let's see. He fell silent again, nodding slowly. Right. Okay. Call me when it's over then. He pressed the speaker again. The manor's security system has been hacked. His eyes landed on her for too long. What? Do you think I did it? I was with you the whole time. My story's about a mafia and a hacker, and she hacks the mafia, and she gets caught. Oops. Let's see what you guys wrote. Catch up. Okay. Rye Pie wrote, I opened the box, just lifted the lid as if I was going to see a dancing ballerina pop up like in one of those old-fashioned musical boxes. I can see that like immediately. I had one of those and it was Cinderella. It's pretty great. I probably still have it actually somewhere. Let's see. Yes, AllieCat107 says, I like these sentences. They're great. I agree. Ooh, Kitty Ryder wrote, I watched as my grandfather stared, stone-faced, over the snowy farm. He never cried for her. Guys are so amazing. I love every sentence I read on here, and I wish I could read literally all of them. Honestly, I wish YouTube saved the chats, which they don't. At least I don't think they do. And then I could go back and read all of them, but I can't. If you work at YouTube, fix it. Save the chats. Let's see. Larissa Greway says, he looks down at the point of my dagger, which is only an inch away from stabbing his leg and causing a very impressive waterfall of blood. Ooh. I have to say, I expected a slightly warmer welcome. I love that. I hope he's okay. Is he supposed to be okay? Oh, I don't know. I like it though. Let's see. Rob Mullen wrote, O'Malley was a fastidious man in everything from his dress to his pristine penmanship to the neatness of the flat he had rented from Mrs. Cabot, an elderly woman he had known since his childhood. I like that. That really sets the scene for that character really well. Let's see. I'm so happy to see, I see a lot of like brand new usernames, which is very exciting. Please post if you haven't before. I love reading everything. Please continue to post if you have already, because I like reading those too. Let's see. Books by Bryn says, the man who opened the door was small and thin, with wild gray hair and large circular glasses. His timid blue eyes were so pale they seemed milky in the bright sunlight. Wow. I could see that just immediately. You just see the picture being painted. Oh, I just saw a question about write-ins. So we do have write-ins. The question was, I apologize, I missed your, oh, here we go, brilliant, wonderful. Daily write-ins. So they ask, we need more write-ins during Camp Nano. Have they thought about arranging daily write-ins? We don't have daily write-ins because that's a lot for the staff. They just don't have the time, unfortunately. However, Word Sprints, Nano Word Sprints, I think is like running 24/7. So please check out Nano Word Sprints on Twitter. They are constantly turning out really great prompts. So you can write along with them. It's not quite as interactive just because it's not a video, but you can interact with them just the same way. So please check them out. They're awesome. There's also a ton to imitate Perry Cox, a ton of like virtual write-ins from the past. You can't like chat and interact quite as much, but you'll get to hear what people have written. It feels almost just as live, just without the chat. And I'm in a whole bunch of them. So if you like me now, go watch the ones I'm in. And if you don't, go watch the other ones. Let's see. Lucy wrote, we were fearless in a time when the world was built on fear. Had you told me I would never see him again, I wouldn't have believed you. That sounds like you have just removed a character from your story. Okay. Yeah, and if you don't use Twitter, see, I'm Batman says I don't use Twitter. There are the Nano chat pages. I'm sure have a whole bunch. You can join a chat there. Again, I would recommend you look at the prior virtual write-ins on YouTube just because I know there's a ton of those and they're super easy to find and get to. Just not exactly live anymore. But they're all in the same sort of format where it's like discussion, prompt, discussion, prompt, discussion, prompt. And you can kind of, if you want, you can like skip to the prompts or you can listen to the discussions. They're pretty fun. J Road asks, when are the Instagram write-ins? So I think those happen kind of sporadically. I know we were doing them a lot for Stay Home Rimo. So they don't quite happen as frequently as they did because that was a different sort of program we had. And now that camp's going on, there's a lot of focus elsewhere. But you can always write into Nano and be like, we love the Instagram write-ins, please do more. Maybe we'll do more. I don't know. I'm not even an intern anymore. So unfortunately, I don't have a lot of sway. But I can definitely pass the word along if you guys like the Instagram write-ins. I know I really enjoyed them. They're like every day. But it's a lot for a staff of like 10 people. Nano is 10 people. Like, they're awesome. They work really hard. They love y'all. Let's see. Is there anyone else want to share? See if I can find any more. We do have one more prompt and we only have left, so we should do the prompt so I don't go over my time. Okay, last prompt. We'll do 10 minutes again. This prompt is, what will your characters be known for? Is it something they want? Is it something they didn't want? Is it something that they worked for, they worked against? I got this from the quotes from Hamilton. What is a legacy? And who lives, who dies, who tells your story? All right, sound good? Feel free to continue popping up in the chat. And you can follow the prompt. You can not follow the prompt, but you should be writing. Okay, again, 10 minutes, and let me get it started. Go.
1 minute. Oh, 1 minute. And that's time. In the couple of minutes we have left, feel free to drop your word counts and or a sentence you really like that you just wrote into the chat. I will read it if I can. Let's see, Maritza Claire says 286 words. Very nice. Let's see. Demi Kavanaugh, 342. Gabby Faye wrote, I was surprised at how much he resembled Siphon if it weren't for the shadowy darkness in his eyes, like a typhoon terrorizing the sea. His hair drifted in the water, reminding me of eels. I like these. Oh my, so many things. Keep writing, keep adding to the chat. I'll keep up. Saisha Kanath wrote 578 words. Super Mommy 811 wrote 260 words. Abby Peterson wrote exactly 200 words. Doesn't that feel so nice when that happens? I always feel so proud of myself for some reason. It's like, oh. Let's see. Jessica Gachet wrote, my stomach rumbled as I realized that I hadn't eaten in days. The sun might have been shining, but winter was approaching fast.
The days were getting shorter, and the nights longer. Emery Brinson wrote 238 words. Sam Klein, oh no, I just lost yours. Oh no, wrote 266 words. Paige Mallory wrote 354 words. The cocoon regenerates itself, Chrysalis explained, for up to an hour at least. It can heal wounds and injuries too, but they make for pretty good restraints otherwise. I like that. Bonnie T wrote 4 words. Oh yeah, go Bonnie. 4 words. It's 4 more words than you had. Okay, well, let me finish up with some final thoughts. I hope your camp projects go absolutely wonderfully. I wish I could read all of these little snippets. Please keep writing. Please keep camping. I will be back to host another one of these in 2 weeks. Same time, basically the same place on YouTube, just a different link. We do have a virtual write-in every week this month. I believe there's one that is going to be pre-recorded, so it won't be at 1 p.m. I think that one might be next week, but please check the video schedule. You'll be able to see the time and day on every single one. You just have to look. And again, like I said, if those once a week write-ins aren't enough for you, please watch the prior virtual write-ins. They're a lot of fun. We have a whole bunch of different ones. Goes years and years back, so there's probably like hundreds. Yeah, so I hope you guys had a great writing session today. I hope you guys enjoyed the sprints and the prompts. I certainly did. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for an hour. Happy writing. Bye.